Hey, welcome back guys to part 3 of modern to-do list. In this part, we will be covering design of this add task form and validating the fields of this add task form. If you haven't watched previous part of this series, I will recommend you to watch that first, or you can get the source code of part 2 from the description box. And if you want to, if you are willing to watch the previous part of this series, I'll attach the link of that tutorial as well. I'll quickly show how this project works, then we will start with the design and validating the fields of this form. So this is the form and this is the calendar. Here we have task date, task name and task description. If I click on submit, it will throw an validation error that please select date. Only I can select date from here. So if I'll click on 17, the date in this format will be available here. If I click on submit again, it will ask please enter task name. So I'll add task 1, and if I click on submit now, it will ask for please enter task description. So this is what we are going to create, and we are not going to add this data in our array or local storage. We are just validating and creating the design using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. I will close this, and to my file I will go here, YouTube. This is where I created my part 1 and 2. So we'll continue from here only. So we have to add certain HTML first. So I will add selected hyphen date. This will have a class form container, and inside this we'll be having another form to do form hyphen container. This will have task list hyphen header. So this there will be h1. H1 will have header as add task. Outside, I'll scroll this down, and outside your div there will be another class to do hyphen inputs container. We'll have another class form hyphen group. This will have now label for task date. We'll have task date will be input type text. Okay, correct. ID task date, and this will be disabled. Okay, after this there's another div of form group. So copy this, paste it here. This will be task name. Just copy this again, paste it here, and this will be your task name. Again we have to copy your this one, and form group label for task description. Same, but this will be the text area, so we have to remove this and we have to add text area here, and also this won't be disabled. Same for this. Here we can close this, and this we can add rows and columns. So I'll add rows as 5 and calls maybe 50. Okay, so it will be 50 alphabets. Then it will go to the next line. After this, let's add button. This will have class login hyphen btn type button. Let's save it. Now let's run this and let's see how this looks. So open with live server. This is how it looks. Doesn't look good, so we have to style this. So let's go and in add task.css, here we can start with the CSS part. So first was form hyphen container, okay, which was this. So it is better to just copy paste it, copy it and paste it here. In here it will have a width of 50%. After 50% we'll have display flex, justify content, center, align items, center. Now if you see it, so this is how it looks. So here we can add flex direction column. Yeah, I'll scroll it down. Okay, dot to do form hyphen container, which is coming from here. So it is better to copy paste it just to avoid spelling mistake or something. Yeah, now this will have display flex, flex direction column, justify content, space between, not around but between, align items, center, width 60%, background color 222, yeah, this one 2227. We'll have box shadow 0, 0.5 rem unit, 3 rem unit, RGBA 0.4. Okay, save it and let's go. So now you can see there's a container came in, looks nice. Let's go and style our header now. Task list hyphen header. Better to take it from here, copy and paste it. Text align center, width 100%, height 6 rem unit, background color 6, this one, and which is a light blue or sky blue. Task list header H1, font size, font size 3 rem unit, font weight 400. I'll scroll it down. Text transform uppercase, letter spacing 0.2 rem, margin top of 1 rem unit. Okay, let's save it. Now if you'll see, it will look nice. So this is how it looks. It looks nice. Now we have to style our input container, which was dot to do hyphen inputs container. I guess coming from here. So copy it, paste it here. We'll have padding of 20 pixels, width of 100%, box hyphen sizzling, border box, form hyphen group, width 100%, margin bottom 20 pixel. Let's save it, and if we go, we see looks nice. There is a spacing in between all our fields. So now we have to style our fields and text boxes. First, we'll start with label. This will be display block, margin bottom 8 pixels, color white, text align left, width 100%. I have used very basic CSS. I haven't focused more on CSS part, but more on JavaScript part. So you can, style it in your own way. Let's save it. Let's see our label. Looks good. Now we'll style our text box. So I'll scroll it down and input width be 100%, padding 10 pixels, box sizzling, border box, and margin bottom will be 10 pixels. I'll save it. If you'll see now, this is how it looks. Looks good. We have to style our text area now. Text area width 100%, padding 10 pixels, box sizzling, border box, margin bottom 10 pixels. Let's save it. Let's see our text area for task description. Looks good. So now we have to style our button. Okay. Width will be again 100%, padding 10 pixels, border, border none, border radius 5 pixels, cursor pointer, color. Let's give background color also. Background color hash 29 80B9. Let's save it. Let's see how it looks. This is how it looks. I guess we haven't added text for this, so let's go and add submit and let's save it. Now if you'll see, this is how it looks. The button looks like this, and this looks good, but we should add separator also here. Should be one separator. So let's go and let's add the separator in our CSS only. It was supposed to be somewhere where it was supposed to be. Header, maybe container only. So firstly we will remove the border radius. Let's go and border right, maybe right, I guess. Yeah, border right, solid 5 pixels, hash a 3a 38 f6. Let's save it. Now if you will see, so we have added separator and this looks good, like our calendar on left and the task form on our right. So now we have to go and we have to validate our form. So what we can do for that is we have to go to our JS file and we can create one function. This will be function validate data and save. So we will be working with this function as well for saving the data, but right now we are focusing on validate only. Date input document dot get element by ID double quotes. So maybe this will be const. Okay, this will be the task date ID. I guess we are getting it from here. Yeah, we're getting it from here. So go and save it. Be another const. I'll just copy paste it 3 times, 2 times. Yeah, this and this. This was date input. This will be task name input, and this will be task description input. This will be the task name, and this will be the description, task description name. I guess we have went added round brackets. We have to close it because this is the function and not a variable or anything else. The another const user selected date is equal to this date dot value. Same way, just copy it, paste it 3 times. This will be this and will be description. User selected date, user selected task, maybe selected or added task. I'm adding selected task, and this will be selected description. Let's save it. Now we have to add the if and else condition. I'll scroll it down for a better view. User selected date is equal to empty. Then it will alert us that please select date. Let's save it. And what we will do is we have created this function. We have to call it also. So on click, we have to call this on click. This function will get called, and let's save it. Let's go. Let's see if it is working or not. If I click on submit, it is saying that please select date. Right now we are not adding anything, so we should add, you know, on select also. Like if I click on any of this date, it should be available here. So we'll cover that first, then we will go and add the validation for other fields as well. So task date, right? Task date, we can get it from here, or maybe we can add it globally. This one, okay, we'll add it here, date input. Okay, here we will add the date input dot value is equal to, you can just copy it, you can paste it here, and you can remove this one. This we have added in part 2. So if you'll watch part 2, it will give you better understanding. And if you have watched already, congratulations. Yeah. So I'll click on 17. So this 17 is available. If I click on 19, so it is available. And now if I click on submit, it will not throw any error, but without selecting anything, if I click on submit, it will say please select date. So I'll click on OK. So now we'll go and we will add else if condition, else if user selected task is equal to empty, then alert with please select or please add task name. Same way we have to add for description, user selected description, and we'll say please add task description. Okay, we'll check if it is working or not. I'll click on submit. It will say please select date. If I'll click on 18, and now if I click on submit, it will ask please add task name. I add task name, and now if I click on submit, it will ask please add task description. So this is how it works, and it is working fine. But also we should add else condition for future part 4, so that we can directly call our save data function here. And right now I will add ready to save data, and now I will save it. And if I go and I'll add task date, I'll add task name, description I will add, and if I click on submit, it will say ready to save data. So this is how it works, and it is working as per our demo which I have showed you earlier. So that is it with part 3, guys. I'll be back with part 4, where we will add the data in our local storage and we will retrieve it, and we will try to update that data as well, like adding success or unsuccess to the status of that particular task. That we will do in task 4. So stay tuned for part 4 as well, and thank you and bye.